Hi guys, we are going to be starting with the Java collections. So in Java collections, we have discussed about what is collection. So in Java, collections is nothing but collection of elements, which is contain of different types of elements. So we have collected different types of elements, like different types of data types. I can say that in Java, so when we are using array is a collection of similar elements, but collection is a uh, collecting of different types of elements. So it may be a integer type, it may be a character type, it may be containing of different type. So uh, in Java, what is the definition of collections? Collections is a predefined architecture that have the capability of storing and grouping the elements, a grouping of that elements, as well as whenever I have shown you program here, we can group with a single behavior also. Whenever we are creating the list, so here I can create a list. So what is the list? So list of elements. E is nothing but the elements. So what type of elements I want to group it? I can group with the only string characters of elements. I can group only integer type of elements. I can group as a single unit, which is going to be using the object. So I can create an object. So li is the object. With the help of objects I can call that one. So what is the Java collection framework we having? uh, so as I have told you, we having the different framework. So this is the Java collection framework. So collection framework which having a list, having a iterative. So in iteratives we having the collections. In collections we having the list, queue, set, mm, set. In list also we having different types of list elements. So in the list elements we having the array list, linked list, vector, stack. In queue also we having the priority queue, so which we are not going to be used. DQ, array queue we having. In the set also we having hash set, hash tree, sort set we having the another linked hash set we having. So we having the different types of elements which we can use it. So with we having the methods also. So what methods we have worked till now? We have worked with the add method. So if you want to add li dot add method, we having add index position, add all, clear, contains, equals to. This all are the predefined methods. Is empty, whether you want to check whether it is a is empty, clear, remove, size, stream, to array, equals to, iterative, contains. We having the different types. You can see it here. We having the iteratives, parallel, stream, remove, all, remove at particular positions. We having these types of methods. You can use it. So I want to add. That's why I have added this method. So here I want to add this one. I want to print li. I want to copy. So why I'm commenting, it is printing 3 times. So why it is printing 3 times, we will see it. So it has printed. So it has printed. I have written the name as 2 times. So it has printed the same name 2 times. So I want to print it as in a single time. So if I want to print it in the single time, what I can use? We can use a set interface. So list, what is the list will do? List will display the list of elements. List of elements it is going to be display. If duplicate is there, it will print the duplicate value. It will print the duplicate value also. In the set, what it will do? It is also list of elements. It will not, it will remove duplicate elements. it will remove the duplicate elements in the list. So that's why we can call it a set is an interface. So that's why I'm saying this when array list collection is an interface. Why? Because you can't able to directly create the objects like this one. For interface, can we create the objects directly? It is not possible. So for the interface, what we are going to doing, we are interface with the class. In the class only we are going to be implementing. Similarly here also for the to be using the array list I'm going to be using. For set also, set is an interface which inherit from the Java class. Set contains to store, it will not store the duplicate values. So here we can have some example. Here only I'm going to be writing the example of set. See here, it is an interface. So I want to write the list of elements s equals to new. So what are the elements we having in the list? In the set, hash tree, linked set. So I want to use hash set. I'm not specifying any particular type. That's why I have removed that. S dot add. So I'm adding same values. Some integers I'm adding. So I want to print these values. So what is the difference? We will see. Here I have added Sarita 2 times. Here also I have added Sarita 2 times. So how many times it will print? We will see it. So see here it has printed only single time, but in the list it has printed twice. Why? Because the duplicate values also it is going to be taking. If you want to take the duplicate values, it will take the duplicate values also. Okay, we will see some programs using with the set now. Then we will go for another programs. So I want to use one example using set. Then I will give for list. This one. I will create a new package. New collections. I want to copy it here. Okay. Actually, I plan to copy it here. New class I'm going to be creating. Set example. I want to create with set. So set is what I want to collect with the integer count. So what I want to do is I'm going to be using count array I have taken. So array how I'm going to be declared some values I'm going to be declaring this one. Okay, I've used one array. So what is the difference between array and set? We will see it. So this is an array. I want to use set. So set of integers I want to use it. Why? Because I have declared a array as an integer. So set equals to new has set. I want to use it as set of what type I want to use it. I want to use it as an integer type. So here I have to give open and closed braces for declaring this one. So here what I want to do here, I want to add that count values in this one. Plus, plus, plus. So here I want to print this value. So first set to add that values, I want to add that one count of I. How many values are there? That values I'm going to be adding here. So here how many values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 values are there. So 9 values will add in this one or not, we will see it. Why? Because we having the duplicate values also. Set I'm going to be adding. Just we will check whether it is added or not. So it has added how many values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why it is added only 5 elements? So I have given the size as 5. That is one mistake I have did. What I have to give here in the for loop, I can give 9 elements. So in this 9 elements, I'm having 9 elements, or else I can give the count dot length. So here what is the error? Index out of bound error. So 9 means why I'm getting error. So to avoid this confusion, I will use count dot length. Length minus 1 I have to give. Why? Because here I have declared. See here. Why I have given the length minus 1? Because the length count length, it is going to be taking total length. So here if I start from 1, it will give that value. So whatever the values are there, totally 9 values are there. So whatever the order I have given, I got in the same order or not. So here the order is not going to be maintained. In the array, what it will do? Suppose here I want to get the index of count is a I'm having a count. So count of 0 means what value I will get it here? I will get the 2 value. But I can't able to get the size of, suppose if I want to get size of 0, what it is giving, must have the array index array type to be resolved. So for this one, for the set it will not, we will don't have the index position. So I will show you here. So for the array list or hash set, we have used the hash set. So ordering is not going to be maintained here. Ordering is not going to be maintained. We can't able to pick the random number. Suppose I want to print this 11. So I don't know in which position this 11 is there. So if you see here the output, I have entered in the fourth position, but I got it in the some got it. So random also I can't able to pick it. So key with the help of key values I can't able to pick it. Duplicate values which is not allowed. It will allow the null values. Suppose if I want to allow the null values, it will accept the null values also. Here in the last example, I can show you the previous example collections. Here li dot add. I'm just giving the blank data. Will give one space so that I can know whether it has given. So it is accepting the null value also. See here it has given without a here it has given the value, so that's why it has given the comma. Here have given the space, so space is also one type of element. So in the list and set it is allowing the null values. So for the list, what I have used for the list, I can use the order. Why? Because in the list, whatever the order, it is printing in the same order. If you observe here, whatever Sarita have given, I have given some index number, I have given float number, then have given the name, I have given the space, then have given SS. It is in the same order only. But if you see, I have given space last, but it has printed the space first here. Name it has printed, and that it then it has entered the number. So here the numbering is not maintaining here in the set, but here we can pick the random also, we can pick it in the random also, we can see in the late in the set program. And key value is not allowed, duplicate is allowed, null value is also having. So we in the set only we having the tree. So if we use the tree, we can perform the ordering. So it randomly we can't able to pick, we can't able to use it, duplicate will not allow it, and it will not allow um, it is not a thread safe also. So I will use one program with so tree set, tree set of to be using. Mm, so for this one, I want to, it will say set one. New tree set index. Okay, here I want to system.out.println. Oh, so why? Because I have closed the main, that's why it is not allowing me to print that value. So here what I want to do, here I want to set S1. So I can, what I want to do, just I will print this one. It will not print any values. It has not printed any values. See here, it has created one set, but why? Because I have not integrated. Here I have integrated with the count, so that's why it has taken from the count. Here I have not taken with anything. So what I want to take it here, I want to pass that integer value so that it can take that value. Suppose here what I want to do, that one dot add of, what I want to add, count, of I value. So I value here I have not taken, so I have to take this one. For loop I have to take. So I have added this value. So I'm trying to print this value. So it has printed whatever in the sorted order it has printed. See 1, 2, 3, 4. It has printed in the sorted order. So has set what it will do means it will directly take the values in the sorted order. That's why we can take the first element positions I want to take. I want to set the first element position. So how can I set the first element position here means, just I don't want to print this one. Yes, here print ln. So first I want the first element value. I want the first element value. Yes, whatever the integer value I'm having, I'm going to taking that integer value. Whatever the integer value I want to take uh, from S1 dot first. Set of in the first one, what is the integer value I'm having? One is the first value we having. So here the first value, I will give space so that you understand. It will do in the sorted order and it will give the first element position. So first element position is 1. So I will remove this one here. I will add 87 something value. So now what will be the first element? First element will be the 2 is the first element. So it will print the 2 as a first element. If I want to print the last element, so here we having the methods. So I can use this one. Better to write it. ln last element. I want to get the space. Plus I will not write now integer. Just I will check why I want to use integer. If I have not used integer, what it will do. So it has printing the values. Just here I'm specifying that one. Here I'm specifying it is an integer value. So take the integer value. If it is a string value, if I pass it as a string, so I can say that it is a string value, take the string value. I can define that like that. So we can take the first value or we can take the second value, we can do it. So in the list, what we can do it, so list we will see it here. So now I have taken the integers, now I will take the string values. So list of string values I want to take it. So in a string, for string also, what we need to do, we have to create the object li equals to new. We can use array list. First I will use the array list, then I will show you with the linked list and other things. So here li dot adding string Sarita I'm adding. So I will dot David, mm, John, li dot add, mm, li. I've added 5 values. I will add my name to it. Sarita I have it. Add. I want to print this value. So for printing these values, for generally I can use um, system.out.println li. It will print all these values. I want to use a for loop. So in for loop, how it is going to be printed? So it is printed like this. So I want to use a um, for loop with the string of names, string of names equals to li equals to li. So what I need to print now, I have to print li or I need to print names. Names I want to print it. Names. Will this one. So differentiate between these two. We will see. So I have used for loop. In for loop, I have printed all these values. So it is printed. So if I have used for loop, it is going to be printed in a uh, uh, new line. So system dot ln I have used. So that way it is printed in the new line. So we can print these values. So we can have we can use the queue also. A queue is also there. This in the queue interfaces, which we can print it, we can clear the values, we can include the values, whatever the values we having, we can include that values. Not going to be used coming to the selenium part. We are not going to be use that one. So I want to which we which is more popularly we are using is map. So map, in when we go to the selenium also, in selenium also we are going to be using this map more times. So we are going to be using this more times. uh, like in maps can be used with the hash map, hash tree, linked list, hash table also we can use it. So coming to here in this table, so hash tree, ordering is not going to be maintained here. We can use randomly, we can pick it, we can using the key values, we can use it. It will also not allow the duplicate values, it will not allow the null values, it will not allow it. And hash map, ordering is not possible, randomly we can pick it, we having the key value, it will allows the null values also. In the uh, vectors mostly we will not going to be used. Why? Because we are comfortable with whatever the vectors is doing, whatever the stack is doing, whatever the queue is doing, the same things we can process it with the list and set and map. So that's why we are going to be using this one. So you can use anything which is required for your needs. So list is performing similar like queue. So what is the queue? Generally queue is a line. So first come first serve. Stack is nothing but first come last out. So data is going to be picking in the different order. Last will come first, first will come last. So the data here, whatever the order, if you want to pick in that order, you have to use. So if I want to use the sort method, so I have used in the set sort method, uh, tree set. So tree set is doing the sort method, which is going to be happen with the queue. Okay, that's why mostly we are preferring the mm, these three only. So we will one program with the hash map. So hash is nothing but hash is a collection of hash interface, which is a collection of interface which is going to be storing the duplicate values, which is consisting of key and value. In the hash map, we having both the things, key and value. So what is key and what is value? So basically till now in the list or set we having only values, which we have passed only values like 2 2 comma some 3 comma 4 comma, like this values only we have passed it. But here in the hash map, what we are going to do is, here we having the key value, name equals to Sarita. I can say that a roll number equals to some 15. I can say that um, designation is equals to some manager. I can say that and some whatever the role you want to give, you can give that role. So here this is the key, role is the key. So designation is a key and value is the manager. So here roll number is a key and 15 is a value. So this is the integer value, we having a string value. If I am having a salary, so salary which is having some float values, some float value we having. So we can access the different types of we can pair the key as well as value here. And that's why um, going to be storing the data in the form of key and value, so as a pair format. And manipulating the operators, taking care of accessing the key pair values. So we can use the key pair value. Here I will write a program. So map ap, when you take the map, it is giving as a key and value. So here I want to use integer or numbers index. I want to use this one as a string. So here for this map, what I can use it, I can use hash map, hash set. First we will use hash map. So I'm going to be using the hash map here. So object I have created map dot put. So I want to put the information. So previously what I have did, map dot add I have added. So I have added as a set. So I in the array list, if you observe it, when we run the program, it is coming in the square bracket. So it is adding in the array list. So here I'm putting both values, key values and pair values I'm going to be putting. So here one, I want to give name as Sarita. Map dot put to Mary, I want to put it. Map dot put 3. mm, David, I want to add it. I will put duplicate values also. First, we will not put duplicate values. First, we will say normally. Then we will see with the duplicate values what it will do. So it like this system.out.println. So map, if I print it, what it will give? Let's see whether it throw exception or whether it print what it will print. We will see it. So it has printed in the square bracket 1 equals to Sarita, 2 equals to Mary, 3 equals to it has printed that value. So I don't want to print in this format. So I want to print in the iterative format. So iterative format, how I can print it in the iterative format means we have to use the iteratives. For loop iterative you can use it, or you can use the iterative operations with so here what we will use is for I want to use iterator. Iterator. So iterator here I want to use the entity. So what is my entity? Entity of map set. So map set what I'm having integer. This one I have passed with the string value have passed it. So I have so in this iteratives what I want in the for loop what we have to take, we have to create iterative object equals to map dot entry set iterative comma li. So you don't worry that I'm getting these values, whether I have to remember this one. When you type the one letter, it will give you everything. So I have used the iteratives like this. For loop iteratives, I have used it. So I want to print its iterative value. So what I will use entry iterative. Wait, integer. This one, sorry, this one as string. One as a string. So I'm using difficult task. So I will use a simple task also later. So for the I'm going to be creating m dot iterative next. Sorry. So whatever the iterative I have taken, I'm printing. So I have to print this one value. So this is a simple one. I will show you later. I have used this one m dot get key. I want to get the key if plus space I get m dot get value equals to value. Okay, we will use this one. You can use simple for loop also if you want to. So here I have get some space, here I have enter. So I have printed this one in this format. So you can print in the different formats. You can use the different format also if you want to. Mm, if you want to map sort this one, you can sort this one, whatever the and whatever the method you want to follow, you can follow it. So we can use with the hash set also. Similarly, this one I want to use with the hash set. um, Sorry, not hash set. Hash set we are going to be using for the set na, hash table. So you can use the hash table also here to print these values. Like this you can use the collection. So in the collections mainly we are going to be using the list set map. So map is going to consisting of key and value, so that we can retrieve the with the with the key values I can retrieve. Suppose here I want to simple words, I will show you one program. Here I want to get only roll number. For whatever the roll number I'm having, I want to get the 1 2 3. So uh, I can use this one. So get map dot get a roll number. So it will I can get only one values. So if I want to get all that values, just I can use the map. If I want to get only the key values, so how I'm going to be using the key values? If I want to get only key values, map dot get get key set. So it will get all the key set values. So only key set values we have getted. I want uh, I want the values. So I can use the values here. This one only 1 2 3 is the key values. So it has retrieved only the key values here. So values I want to retrieve. It will retrieve only values. So whatever you want to retrieve, you can retrieve it. Suppose if you want to retrieve with the combinations, you can use the iteratives and uh, you can get these values. Or else you can use for loop also. Simple for loop also you can use it. So we having the different types of going to be used in the Java. Okay, in the collections. Uh, we can used mostly in the selenium. We are going to be using the collections to retrieving the data. So we will discuss more on in the next class about these collections. Thank you guys.